Welcome everybody. This is the 11 o'clock session for today. I'd like to introduce Ubelkis Montalvo, who is the Executive Director for the Hispanic Educational Technology Services, and she's here to tell you about the Student Support Services. So I'll turn it over to you, Ubelkis.
Yes, thank you so much, Karina, for the invitation again. I was able to be during this morning at the beginning of the panel. It was an extraordinary experience. Thank you so much. And now I'm being able to do what I do, promote the HET services, especially for students. And let me start. I have a special guest that I will introduce very soon, but let me first, for the ones who haven't know about HETs, let me first give you the presentation objectives is to give you a summary of HET student support services that are totally free of charge for all of you students and they're already ready to use. And my co-presenter will show you how to use it. Also, main and the most important objectives of this presentation is to invite you to use it and take full advantage of it. And finally, share your feedback and ideas and how we can continue creating other services that may support your academic goals to info@hets.org. But first of all, for those who haven't heard about HETs in the past, who we are, what HETS stands for the Hispanic Educational Technology Services, and we are the first bilingual consortium dedicated to serving the higher education needs to the fast-growing Hispanic communities. But I always emphasize that although HETS focus are the Hispanic community, our services are for everyone, not only Hispanics. That's very important to emphasize. Our members, HETS is a consortium of universities located at Puerto Rico, where our main office is and where I live right now, California, like you guys, Connecticut, Florida, Maryland. We also have in Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, Oklahoma, Missouri, Texas, Louisiana, Washington, D.C., and we have international members in Colombia and Mexico, and we also have partners like Blackboard, Educational Testing Services, and so on. Our members profile, if we add the total enrollment among HETS members, including Puerto Rico, United States, and international, we have more than almost 1 million students. That was the numbers we have last academic year. And if you see in the graphic, out of these almost 1 million, 75% are in the United States. And if you see in the right graphic, you will see that four of the states stands for having the more students enroll. The first one is Texas, followed by Puerto Rico, and then California and New York are the ones with the most students enrolled in terms of our members, of course. Out of these almost 1 million students, if we see this graphic in terms of how many are Hispanic, 57 of them are Hispanic. And as you may see in the graphic in the right, out of these 57%, 31 are in the States. Okay, our major authority is the HET Board of Directors, and this is a group picture of the last face-to-face meeting we held back in January in Puerto Rico, last January before the pandemic. And as you may see in the center is Tomas Morales. He's one of the board members. And this board of directors is constituted by all the presidents of the institutions that are part of HETS or the designated representative, that sometimes when Dr. Tomas Morales could not attend because of his busy agenda, he sends usually Dr. Samuel Sudakar to represent him. As you may see, the board of directors meetings are everybody sit at the table in like you see in the top photo in this slide. They meet twice a year, usually during the winter time in Puerto Rico, and then in the summertime, excuse me, in the summertime in the States. And this is a 2-day meetings where they usually discuss the common needs in order to continue developing services to support our student, faculty, and administrators. And the photos in the bottom, those are the ambassador students that I will explain a little bit more in the next slides. And these ambassador students, one of the benefits of being an ambassador of HETs is participating in the board meetings and presenting what they are doing with the students at their campuses. And as you may see in the photo in the right at the bottom, one of the ambassadors, Stephanie, is right there with the red dress addressing the board. Our mission is very important to highlight that is to promote, support, and increase the capabilities of member institutions like California in San Bernardino in order to enhance Hispanic Latino success and opportunities in higher ed. But again, I always emphasize once again that although our focus are Hispanic students, our services are for the whole community. This is our portal, hets.org. And there you may find in the main menu at the top information about HETs, what's new, and news is divided in news regarding HETs and also news from our member institutions. Also, you have a main menu that summarizes all of our services. We have a menu showcasing our membership members, institutions, and corporate partners. And also we have a direct link to the virtual plaza and the student passport. And you may see in the left and in the right other information showcasing some of our services. But we're gonna go live very soon to learn more about the specific online services for students. I just want to highlight that the student passport was launched like 2 years from now after the Maria hurricane to help students that needs to transfer for any situation to other institutions. And here you will find a profile of our member institutions divided by state. Starting with Puerto Rico, we have California and others. And there in the next slide, you may see that if you click, for example, in San Bernardino, you will see a very straightforward page with information and what is the process to transfer, and also more important, you have a contact person to help you in this process. And almost 90% of all of these contact persons are fully bilingual. That for Puerto Rican students, this is very important since they are not always fluent in English. So I invite you, if you need to be in this process to transfer, you may also take advantage of this page. Also, in the HETS homepage, you will see the logo of the HETS Student Leadership Corner, where, and in this page, we have like a summary of the events that we coordinate for students. And the next one I highlighted here will be in October 16. Please save the date. It's 1 p.m. Puerto Rico time, that is Eastern time right now. And we will be showcasing the experience of Ariel Amber, who used to be one of our ambassador students and now is a professor in one of our member institutions. And also we will have our main speakers are Minue Yoshiba and Angelica Ogando. They are co-founders of the Yoshida Academy that is specialized in developing leadership skills, not only in students, but also in companies and staff and all of different people that they impact with this academy. I invite you to take advantage of this. Please save the date and register. It's totally free of charge. You only need to go to the Student Leadership Corner, and then you will see, or in the main homepage in the next events, you will see the event. Just click there, enter your information, and you will be receiving the Zoom link to get to connect that day in October 16. And then we have our virtual plaza. This is our virtual center for academic and support resources for faculty administrators and students. And today we have divided the services in the faculty and administrator placita and the student placita. And today, with the help of one of our ambassadors in Puerto Rico, Hilmari Santiago, she will be helping me doing a live demonstration of our main services. One of the most popular ones is the Testing and Education's Reference Center, which is a private account. We have a private account for each member institution, and and in this database, if you need to search for scholarship, internship, and also practice tests like the GRE, Lsat, NCLEX, NCAT for medicine, US citizen, military tests like the ASVAB, so on. We have more than 200 tests that you can practice totally free of charge in that page, and also download the ebooks to get prepared for that. But let me show you very quickly before I stop sharing and introduce Hilmari to give you a live demonstration that when you go to the Student Placita, the first link that you will find is the Testing and Education Reference Center. And you have to look below the tutorials that we have in the page. You will see the list of all the member institutions. Each of all of them have a private account. And with this account, while we do it that way because in that sense, every time you enter this, click on the California State University San Bernardino link, we can provide data to your president, Tomas Morales, to see how many students are benefiting from these services. Don't worry, we only provide numbers, nothing to do with how you score in the test or anything else, just numbers. And in that sense, that private accounts help us promote and see who are using the services and who don't, in order to promote these services, because this is a totally free of charge. Again, let me emphasize that for you. You only need to know where to find this database and how to access it with the access code, and that's it. You are in, and you can do it from your home, from your mobile, from anything, any place, okay? And right now, this is the homepage that you will see, but let me stop sharing and introduce Hilmari Santiago to give you a live presentation of this. Hilmari, please sharing your screen. And in the meantime, let me tell you that Hilmari Santiago is the ambassador student of our member institution, University of Puerto Rico in the Bayamon campus. And she have been trained like 2 years ago, right, Hilmari, that you started as an ambassador by the HETs staff in how to use these services. And she coordinates a lot of different events with their student organizations and different internal events in her campus to promote the services. So now I'm gonna mute myself, and then Hilmari will show you live how to access these databases and other. She will give you a very brief summary of other services that we have at the Student Placita. So go ahead, Hilmari.
Hi, like you well, he's presented me. I am Ilmaris. I am from the University of Puerto Rico, and I will show you how to navigate the HETs virtual plaza so you can have access to all the tools and databases that HETs can offer. So we begin in our main page, which is hets.org. This is what you will see. This is what Joelquis presented. So to access all that, you must begin at the virtual plaza and click on Virtual Placita. That will jump to this page, in which will give you a list of all the tools you have to offer. We'll be focusing on what is the Testing and Education Reference Center and the Peters Career Prep, which is kind of the most difficult to navigate, but that's what I'm here for. So to begin with the Testing and Education Reference Center, here you will find what it's ebooks, practice test, and scholarship search. Here you have the tutorials in case you forget how to access any of these pages. You can just click on any of them. We have them in English and in Spanish for bilinguals, it's easier. So first, like Duarquis mentioned, you must look for your institution and put on the special passcode that each institution has. So we look for California State University, San Bernardino, and it will ask you to put right before accessing this page, it will ask for a password. That password is CalState 2013. It's case sensitive, so it's all in lowercase letter. It didn't ask me because I previously entered yesterday. So once you access it, see, it's easier to access again.
Yes, I put the code in the chat so you can have it. Please remember that it's case sensitive, so you have to put it the way that I wrote it, okay? Go ahead.
Yes. So write it down, put it on your phone, anything that makes it accessible for when you need it. So to begin, we're going to click on the Testing Education Reference Center. As I mentioned, this page will focus on what is ebooks, practice tests, and the scholarship search. So there are 3 ways to access all of these tools. The easiest would be just to scroll down and you have them here divided. They are all summed up. What is the college planning, the practice tests and courses, and the online books. If not, you can also do it right here in the college and grad school area. But the easiest for me is the top menu. For if I want, for example, first the scholarship search, I would just go to college prep and college and scholarship search. And right here, I would just click on the undergraduate scholarship search. So you must create an account. It's not a very difficult account to register. It's just name, last name, email, a password, and a security question. And this is just so you can, there we go. So you can access again, like the scholarships you saved and everything. So it's not like you look for it and then you can't find it once again. Now, because you did an account, you can just access your account and you will have all the scholarships you liked. There are 2 ways to look for it. You can do a scholarship match in which you will have to answer a questionnaire of what you're studying, GPA, and all that stuff. Or you can just look for in the keyword search. For example, I am interested in medicine. So if I if I search that word, it will bring me the scholarships that may apply to this term. So here we have the options. It brings me the description. I can learn more about it. I can save it in my account. There's also the deadline of when this scholarship closes, the amount that will be awarded, and what it requires. It requires an essay, a resume, or letters of recommendation. If I had more options and I wanted to just limit it to a certain kind of requisite or a deadline, so it's not like in a few weeks, I can just go here and refine my results to how much it can be awarded, the deadlines, and what it doesn't require. So if I'm not good writing essays, I can just look for one that doesn't require an essay. And it would obviously just limit it to this one, but let's see. If I update those results, it will just bring me this one that didn't require an essay. There is also the scholarship search for grad school. It is the same thing, just this one, there is no keyword search. It's just the questionnaire. Oh, okay. Let's see. My internet is a little bit groggy today, so I'm sorry. But it's basically the same thing right here. So we will jump now to the practice test and ebooks. I leave that together because they're practically in the same place. So like Joelquis mentioned, we have the
Hilmari, you do refresh because I just continue seeing the search of the scholarship. I don't know if the others.
Which one? The graduate search?
The original one, the undergraduate. So I don't know if you.
Okay, let's see again.
Yeah, just refresh just in case. Adiós, ¿qué pasó aquí? Let me see in the chat. Are you seeing in which page you are right now?
I am in the graduate scholarship search, but I get access
Okay.
denied because of I think it's my internet that it's acting up for.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's practically the same thing I showed you. I just wanted to show you that there are 2 pages to access it. The first one is to access college, and this one is for grad school. So
yeah, and let me highlight that if you are doing a master or a doctor degree, although the amount of these grants are lower than undergraduate, but there's still some opportunities now I can see. And in this database, there is more than $8 billion in scholarships, because what they did is to put all together, all the organizations, associations, all the people who give money for a higher ed. And then what they did is give you a very neat way to, depending if you search doing your profile, the pre-qualified scholarship that you may be, that you can apply for. So it's very neat. So continue. Now I can see, now you are in graduate school, right?
yeah. Okay, so in grad school, we have the test for graduate school admissions, for example, the GMAT, the GRE, the LSAT, and the MCAT. So I'm going to go with the LSAT, I'm sorry, because in this page, you have the practice test, you have the ebook, and you have this little corner, which some people forget to see, but there are articles that will help you study for the LSAT, study tips, information about the LSAT. So if you're still in the process of, I don't know if I want to be a lawyer, you can just go there and investigate it. This is for you. Or if you like, or can go with what they require. So before I enter the practice test, of course, you have to study. So here you have the book, and the book is complete. It is a whole PDF. You can download it so you can study with it even if you don't have access to internet. You can actually, with the guide up here, you can look for specific topics. If you want to go straight to reading comprehension basics, you can just jump here, and you have examples, you have the analysis, and once you download it, you can actually write on it since it's a PDF.
Yeah, and let me highlight that these books are totally free of charge. You only need the access as well as the practice test. The provider of these databases is Peterson and Educational Testing Services. So the tests that you're gonna find there are all tests that they put there so you can practice and replicate the experience that you will have when you take the real test. So, and these books are the ones that the ones made to take the test. So please take advantage of these. Feel free to share with anyone, any of your friends, any cousin, even if they are not at the university, did you have unlimited access, so feel free to share. The only thing that you cannot do is put the access code in a social media that everybody can see or in a website. But you can share through text, through emails, anything. So continue, Himari.
Okay, so now that we saw the book, you studied, you practiced, now it's time for the test. So we're right back on the LSAT page. So we go to the LSAT practice test. Again, this is also powered by Peterson. So again, what you see in the book and what you see on this practice test is similar to what you will be seeing on the actual LSAT. Why? Because it's done by them. So here you have, of course, you can see where you are. The content, the course home, which is this, you will see how much you have, how the percentage you have accomplished, the topics completed. But if you want to see it in a better organized way, you can just go to the content and you will see that you have 2 practice tests. It's divided by their sections. As practice, I have done test 1 and test section 4 and section 1. So just so you can see a little bit of how it is, this is what you will be seeing once you start your practice, as soon as it downloads. Okay, so it will tell you the time that you started, your username, and how much time you should spend on this section. So they will give you the time, the instructions, and you begin quiz. Once you start, you will have on the left side the list of questions for this test. You have 25 questions in 4 pages. So you can just read and start marking them. Of course, you will be doing them correctly and reading because you studied a lot, and you will get a perfect score, right? So after doing a few of this, you can just go to next page, or I'm just gonna go over it. I'm just gonna submit my quiz. Of course, it's gonna tell me, hey, you have 19 unanswered questions. Are you really sure you wanna submit? And for now, yes, I will submit. So once I submit it, it will give me the test again, but corrected. But it's not only corrected like, oh, you got this one wrong. No, it is corrected like you got this one wrong, but it gives you which one is correct and why it's correct. So you are actually learning from your mistakes, which should be one of the main ways to study. So you have, I didn't get any right. So again, why this one was correct, you can just review it. And even the ones I didn't answer, it will just give me the correct answer. Like I skipped number 7, but it still told me that it was letter D, the option D, and why it's that one. So it will just limit to correct the ones you answered. It will correct the whole test. So I'm skipping to the end. I will press done. And here it will give me how many I got correct, none, and my overall grade 0. Of course, you guys will do better. And here it will give you your score distribution on what percentage you are versus what other students that have taken the test have done. And after that, you can just go back to content, or you can use this small menu to decide, okay, I'm gonna just take another test. If not, you can just go back to the content and you can see your grades, what you've done in overall, your answers to the different sections. Like I mentioned, I had done a section 1 and 4, and now I have also tried section 2. So this is my grades and my points. And you can also see your class progress. You can see how you worked, like your current grade, what the minimum and the maximum could be, how many grades you have received, how many objectives you have studied, how many lessons are in progress past or that need to repeat them. And here the topics visited, discussions, and assignments. You have this whole site to practice and to make it your own study session and to help you improve on your grade. You have all of this information to help you improve. Am I missing anything, Joelgis, before I jump to the next topic? Nope, perfect. Okay, so again, here you can see that I've logged in.
Sorry, no, you're doing fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so again,
well, let me check the chat if they want to clarify anything. I just put in the chat that any doubts, please let us know so we can go ahead and go back and show you. If you have any doubt, this is the time. You can either, I don't know if you can activate your microphone or you can put it in the chat. I don't know if I am in the correct place because I see a Q&A area too. Well, you can use any of those. But so far, I think so far so good.
Okay, so like I mentioned, you have your profile, which is where you will be documenting your progress. This is the same logging page as the one for the scholarship search. So
Mhm.
if you are done with the test and you decide, you know what, I'm going to start over, there is no actual way to delete all your progress. So you can just create another account and start practicing. It will be the same questions. So just try to not remember them, because if you do them by memory, then you're not really practicing. You're just trying to remember instead of practicing your new knowledge.
Exactly.
So this is what, let me,
Yeah, but almost all the tests have 2 or 3 different tests, so you can,
exactly.
yeah, because the main purpose is to start it with the first one and see how you're doing, and then continue progressing until you get ready, feel ready for to take and invest. Because for the real test you have to pay and invest and do the real test and score well. So that's the main purpose. Go ahead.
Exactly. So as I mentioned, you have the in grad school, you have the GMAT, the GRE, the LSAT, and the MCAT. But if you go to careers and medical and nursing, you will find the NCLEX and the
Mm-hmm.
dental exam admissions test, as well as the online books. They're
Yeah.
all available here. They're just in separate sections, so don't think that we didn't think of all of you.
The And also an international, if you check there, since they are in California, California used to have a lot of diversity students from different places. You here have the TOEFL, the TOEIC,
Mhm.
and also the US citizenship test that you can practice as well. And also you can show that if they want to see the whole list of all the tests, they can go back to the homepage, and then in the bottom you can see the whole list, either for the test, and also those are in alphabetical order, and also with the ebooks you will have the whole list in case you miss some, you don't find any test. Remember that those tests are the ones that Peterson have been in agreement with the companies or the agencies or associations that made the test, like HETs and others. So if you don't find a text there, see a test, a practice test there, is because probably they don't have any agreement with that particular test. But let us know so we can share with them to see if in the future they can add it, because they continue updating this database.
Okay, so I'm gonna close this up for now. But that was what you will have available at the Testing and Education Reference Center. Again, ebooks, scholarship, and practice tests. So we will now jump to the other database, which is the Peterson Career Prep. So
Mhm.
in this side of the database, you will have what it takes to prepare yourself for the workforce, to be a professional, all that you need. How? First, you must register again. It's just your name, email, user, password, and a secret word. So,
In the meantime you log in, Hilmaris, let me give you, because I know that California State University San Bernardino are one of the most, this institution is promote these services a lot, and I know that a lot of students have been accessing these databases. This is the substitute, the one that they used to have, that is were called career transition. Now they have this new database, and they delete the other one, because this new database have some almost all the features that the career transition have, but they have updated and added new features that Hilmaris will be showing right away.
okay. So here we just scroll down and you have the options available on this database. You have the create a resume, the find a career, and the advice section. So if I want to write a resume, it will give me a nice quote, and here we are. It will give me a first resume just to start off, like how it is, how to guide it. And if I decide to make a new one, I can make I can either import one, a resume or a curriculum vitae, use a sample content, or start from scratch. I'm gonna
Mhm.
choose to use a sample because I am new at a resume. I don't know what it should include. So here you have a series of examples. If you want it fancy, not as fancy, straight to the point, I'm going to go with this one because it looks pretty. And here is how you construct it. It will give you, it's already filled, that is not my resume, but it's just an idea so I can guide myself as I do it. For example, in this part is professional experience. So if I was once a teacher and I see that it's similar to what they wrote, I can just add this here, the date, so it's marked. You can be deck organizing as well. They have it structured so you can just be adding the information and you don't have to actually build it as you're going. You will just be filling in the blanks. If there's a section you don't need, you don't have to complete it. You can just delete it or add it to another area that you have participated more, perhaps. You also have here a little guide if you ever get stuck. Here's a little question mark. You can download, when you're done, you can download the PDF, or again, you can, if you remember, oh my God, I already have a resume, I can just import it and keep editing here.
Yes, in a format, in the special template that they will provide you.
Exactly. Here you have you can change the template or you can change how it looks.
Yeah, so, it's like an editor, a visual, they call it visual editor, right? Yeah. Because you can, play with that. Super cool.
Okay, here's what would be seen. You can just edit like, no, I want this experience first. I can move it up before the professional experience. So you have complete liberty over this. It just gives you a basic guide to help you start off this whole process.
Correct.
So if I go back to the menu, it will give me also the resumes that I have and the stats. How many people have accessed my resume or curriculum vitae once I publish them? If I do a website, see, right now, no people, it hasn't been seen by anyone because I haven't published anything. But if I were to, I can just look at this here like, oh my God, people are actually interested in my resume. So you can see the progress, you can see how to improve it. If you changed something and it helped you get more views, it will help you improve your resume.
Yeah, and let me highlight that this is the new feature that they add to this new database, is that they link it once you prepare everything, either your resume, curriculum, or website, you post it and then they link it with this statistic. Remember that you need to create an account in order to monitor the statistics and everything. And also right there, you're supposed to view the job search that, I don't know, we're gonna check with them why Mari cannot see it, because I can see it from my account. And in the job search, you can see, if you wanna, let me stop sharing and share mine so you can see how you can share. Screen. No, this is the PowerPoint, the screen. Espérate, let me see where is it. Ay, Dios mío. Let me see where I put it. Screen. My God, espérate. Let me look first and check that I have the screen open. Yeah, I have it open here. So sorry, my apologies for this. Okay, let me open it again. Chatting. Just make it you can see. Okay, right here. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so as you may see, when you are in the same page that Hilmari showed you, she can see the dash and the statistic, but you should be able to see also the job search that I would check, because this is a new database. They are still working on it. I don't know why she couldn't see. And here You can either search by keywords for by city. For example, I put San Juan, but if I put and distance, you can change it to 25, 100 miles, whatever from your home. And here you may see that when I press search job, I can see works in Puerto Rico. And for example, senior software developer, you may see what they did is they arranged the database with different recruiters, including Zip Recruiter, Indeed, Monster, all the ones that posted jobs. They put it here so you don't have to browse one by one. So you can go here and you can see everything right here. Let me put California. Bueno, I'm going to poner San Bernardino. Let me see. Sorry. To see if something come up. Yeah, San Bernardino. I just put software engineer since this is the IT date. So you will see here Micro Focus, Cyber, all of these are different, different job opportunities. Let me, for example, checking this one. This one comes from Lsat, okay? Because sometimes they are coming directly from the company. This one, for example, come from Upwork again, and you have different options, and you can change this to 50 miles. In Puerto Rico, we cannot put too many miles because we are very small, so you can end up working in San Martin or San Thomas or Dominican Republic. But in this one is in the Zip Recruiter, and you may see software engineer, for example, and you have different options, and then you go there and you can apply. And since you already have your resume, you just download it, and upload it, from there. Okay. So
and you can also see how right, and it says that the title, but it also shows you how far back they posted the work. So that one was 19 hours ago. That was a month ago. So you can see which one. Yeah.
But I guess if it's still there, it's because they still open. I guess. Well, you have to find out. So this is very important. That's one of the main resources that used to have career transition, but now it's totally connected with the templates. So once you have your resume and everything, you can upload it, so you can do everything there, and also have the statistics to see, as we might mention, who saw your resume and everything. So it's really neat. Let me stop sharing so you go back. Himari.
Okay, so we're back with me. Again, that is, she showed it because for some reason mine won't show this. It could be my internet. It's been giving me trouble for a while. So we will see.
Or a firewall or something. We will find out. If you have that problem, please email us info@hets.org, and we definitely will help you with that.
Okay, so if I go back to the main menu. Okay. All right, so you can either, wait, it's not working with me right now.
The main menu, you have to go, and like you are in another, you have to go back because they open a new window.
Exactly.
And you close the main menu window.
Okay, let's re-log in. This is what happens when you close windows and don't read which windows you're closing. Okay, here we go. You have we're back to the create a resume, find a career, and advice. Okay, so find a career is similar to another tool that HETs has, and it's for finding what career might interest you. So your GPA, date of birth, and what you're interested in. If you're still undergraduate, if you're looking to go for graduate, what schools I am maybe considering. And it's basically a set of questions that will help navigate you towards what you might like to study based on your likes, your strength, and all that.
Oh my God,
So,
Hilmari, the time is running and I didn't notice that it's almost 45. So just show a little bit and then, because the important thing is that you know how to get there, because as you may see, it's very easy to navigate. So just show the last one and then go to the
okay.
virtual plaza.
The last part is to have, it's basically some advice in what to study, how to do an interview, all those little details. Well, that they have it for you so you can access it all the time. How to do a cover letter, networking, resume basics, salary negotiation, all those tactics. Well, you have it here. So if you're not completely solid on how to work with them, you have that right here. So I'm gonna jump really fast back to the virtual placita to which was just, let's jump on the main menu, virtual placita, student placita. And here you have different courses. I will just speed through them. You have the career exploration module, which is similar to what I just mentioned, same asking questions, reading different career options. You have the STEM, which are different careers in the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Mathematics, yeah.
The entrepreneurship courses, they are listed, which ones they are available, so you have them all there. You have the English as a second language. They have various courses, so you can choose based on the degree of English that you speak, how much you have to study, how much you feel comfortable, where you want to start off. You also have extra tools and resources, which is just a search of what you're looking for. We have the student readiness, which is to prepare yourself for online education and traditional education to see which one is better suited for you as a student. We have financial aid. We have all the scholarships, internships of the member institutions. So if the options are from any other institutions that belong to the HETs consortium, they're listed there. You have the scholarships for Hispanics and the financial literacy guides. We also have the various internships and special offerings. They will be listed here. Right now, it's only the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. That is a quick overview of what the tools you have on the main student placita at HETs.org.
Yeah, it's important. Thank you, Hilmari. You're always excellent explaining this to your peers, students. And if you stop, so I can finish the presentation very quickly, it's important to emphasize that you can remember, you only need to have the passcode. You only need the passcode for the databases, that is the testing education and the Peterson career prep. The other services are free of charge, open, so you don't need any password. So it's important to emphasize that. Let me continue very quickly with the, can you see the presentation? Yeah, okay, yes. We just recap that you have the new Peterson career prep, and Hilmari already checked that. I'm talking about the student ambassador. Those are pictures of the Puerto Rican student ambassadors that we have, that the institution have identified, because the ones who submit the ambassador to HETs is the Student Affairs Office. So if you're interested in being an ambassador, please contact the Student Affairs Office of talk with Karina, that also can help you, and because in that sense, we as soon as we receive the notification, we do a conference call to train you how to use the services, and then you can do like this, either in that time was face-to-face, because of course students were able to go to the campuses. Those are pictures of the different activities, and Hilmari was one of them. Hilmari can share very quickly, Hilmari, what you done as a student ambassador and your experience.
Well, as a student ambassador, I am also part of different student organizations. So my goal has been to work with them for the students, since they are the ones that have more direct access with them, various webinars, present tours, of course, back before the pandemic, and different activities in which I could talk one-on-one with them to show them the resources, that they're all free and they have them available all the time. They won't close. And basically, yeah, my job is to show all the students in my campus what HETS has to offer, and that is what I'm doing with you guys. What I did with you guys is what I do in my campus.
Exactly. So right now it's like a demonstration how you can do it now that we are everybody's totally online. I just want to finish highlighting the event October 16 at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So please save the date on your calendar, and when you go to the HETs.org or the HETs.org homepage, in the next events, right there in the home menu, in the homepage, excuse me, you will find the next events, and then you look for the student leadership showcase, and you just sign up, and you will receive right away with a confirmation of your registration, the link to connect that day. We have surprises. We have when you receive the confirmation, you will receive the step to get into a contest to receive some giveaways if you are lucky enough. Though it's just following those 4 steps that you will see in the confirmation when you register. You have until October 14 to enter the contest, and you have to be present during the event at the end when we raffle the giveaways among the participants who submit the evidence to enter the contest and you can definitely be one of the winners. So we invite you to be there and also follow the steps to enter. It's just sharing, you know, the promo in your social account, something that you are used to do. So we invite you to do that, and you can use any of these 4 Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn social accounts to participate in the contest with and tag us HETS.org, okay? And finally, did you like the HET services? I hope you do. So please get ready to use it. It's only a click away at the virtual plaza, especially in the student placita. Share them with your peers and friends. Remember, the databases access is unlimited. You can share it. Feel free to do it. And send us any recommendation or any situation that you have to info@hets.org. Also, we invite you to follow up in our social media account in Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr, YouTube, and we have a new Instagram, HETS.org account. So please follow up so you can keep up with the services and events that we do. And also, for more information, there is my info. Let me put in the. Sorry, I didn't put that here, my cellular phone number, but I'm gonna put it in the, let me stop sharing. Let me put it in the chat. Mira, thank you. In the chat, let me put my phone number, that is 787 616 3201. You can call me or text me, because remember that because of the change, we have 3 hours ahead. So probably a text is better if you have any problem, any doubt, and if we can help you.